Tornadoes slam Ohio. 60 million. 3 that tore through Ohio, including the suburbs of one of the state's largest cities, leveled homes and entire apartment complexes Monday night and knocked out power and water to tens of thousands of people. 2 of the devastating twisters, both rated by the National Weather Service as EF3s on the enhanced Fujita scale, struck the Dayton, Ohio, suburbs of Beaver Creek and Trotwood, carving out a hopscotching path of damage that left people scrambling for their lives. The third EF3 tornado ripped through Salina, Ohio, about 80 miles northwest of Dayton, damaging or destroying numerous homes there, officials said. 2 other smaller tornadoes also touched down in the state Monday night, according to the Weather Service. The National Weather Service said more than 50 tornadoes were reported in the United States over Memorial Day weekend and that severe weather was threatening 60 million Americans Tuesday afternoon from Texas to New York. Monday marked the 11th consecutive day where multiple tornadoes were reported in the United States, according to the NWS. Despite the widespread destruction assessed during a tour of the Dayton area at daybreak, Haas Ford said there were no reports of fatalities in Dayton or the adjacent communities. Dayton Fire Chief Jeffrey Payne said only 3 people suffered minor injuries in Dayton, where tornado damage was reported in the north part of the city, which has a population of about 140,000 people. But officials at Ohio government, Mike DeWine said he will immediately begin the process of declaring a state of emergency and will ask the federal government for disaster relief. 1 storm-related fatality occurred in Salina, according to the Mercer County Emergency Management Agency. Salina Mayor Jeff at a noon news conference with government. DeWine, in Pendleton, Indiana, about 100 miles west of Dayton, 75 homes were damaged by the storm, which also caused multiple gas leaks, officials said. Slideshow by Reuters. In Harrison Township, about 5 miles north of Dayton, Fire Chief Mark Lynch said at a news conference that the town appeared to be hit by whirlwind. Standing in front of a collapsed Family Dollar store in Harrison Township, Montgomery County Sheriff Rob Streck said his deputies responded to numerous calls for help late Monday night and into Tuesday morning. There. Streck has a warning for anyone thinking of looting damaged homes. The tornado that slammed Dayton knocked down the steeple of the New Life Worship Center as 25 people sought shelter in one of the church's restrooms, survivors said. He said conditions went from dead. At one point, more than 70,000 people across Ohio, including 50,000 in the Dayton area, were without power early Tuesday morning, said Senior Rob Portman. Local authorities used snowplows to clear debris from major thoroughfares. While Haas Ford said he was unaware of anyone reported trapped in the rubble. Search and rescue. But in other tornado-ravaged communities, including El Reno, Oklahoma, where a twister, rated an EF3 on the enhanced Fujita scale, decimated the town and killed 2 people on Sunday night, residents said they received little warning of the impending disaster. On Memorial Day, 51 tornadoes were reported across 8 states: Idaho, Colorado, Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, and severe weather is forecast to continue Tuesday and Wednesday. The area with the biggest threat for tornadoes on Tuesday is from Kansas City to western Illinois, where the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration also forecasted baseball-size hail. Parts of Ohio and Pennsylvania are also at risk again for tornadoes on Tuesday, while other areas including Oklahoma City and parts of Texas may again see damaging wind and hail. Similar threats on Wednesday will stretch from Texas all the way to New Jersey, with tornado threats highest in the southern plains. More heavy rain, a day after Chicago's wettest Memorial Day ever, with nearly 2 inches of rain reported. 7 states from Montana down to Texas are under flood alerts. The Arkansas River near Fort Smith is approaching record flood levels, which could produce major flooding in Little Rock by the end of the week. Rainfall from Texas all the way into the northeast could be substantial and contribute to more flash flooding. ABC News' Ben Stein contributed to this report. Search for location/city.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.